In this video, I'm going to share with you what limiting beliefs are, and we're going to explore what your limiting beliefs are currently costing you. Hi, I'm Laura Evans, helping people like you to unleash the potential in business and life. And if this is the first time that you found me here on YouTube, then please be sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so that you're notified when we release a brand new video every Friday. The truth of the matter is that many of us have limiting beliefs, so you are not on your own. A limiting belief is any belief you hold about yourself that holds you back or limits you in any way. Now, in all honesty, all beliefs limit us in some regard because they are what we call in NLP a generalization. But just hold that thought for a moment. Now, let's say you have an experience. I don't know, go to the supermarket shopping, go to the pub for the evenings. You have an experience. Now, the only way that that information about that experience registers in your mind is because information comes in through your five senses. It is then processed and filtered by your mind, and on the basis of that you will form a load of things, including beliefs about that situation and about yourself. It therefore stands to reason that when we act on what we think is the truth of a situation, invariably it isn't. It is our interpretation of our experience. So whilst maybe when you were small you had a limiting belief that maybe you picked up from school or parents or other people, and it may well have served you when you were, let's say, 12 years old, but it's also possible that as you grow older and you have more experiences, that sometimes we need to stop and do an audit of what we do believe about ourselves and consider whether those beliefs we hold are limiting us or holding us back. Now, what tends to happen in terms of turning experiences into beliefs in this context is when you have had a series of experiences, then actually it's almost like your unconscious mind puts like a little circle around them and classifies them and goes, okay, well, we've had numerous experiences, i.e. more than one experience, and therefore we make a generalization. So let's say, for example, you were at school. You did a presentation and it didn't go overly well, and you walked out of that thinking, really can't do presentations. And then maybe you were at university and you had an experience and it didn't go very well, so you then say to yourself again, I can't do presentations. And maybe you have to do a presentation as part of an interview, and okay, you think it doesn't go very well, so you think to yourself, I can't do presentations. Your mind like puts a circle around those three experiences and goes, oh well, we must therefore generalize that I can't do presentations. The problem then comes when you start to act as if that belief were true. So let's say you're now in a job and you get asked to do a presentation and you run a program in your head that says, I can't do presentations. Now, what has happened is all the other presentations that you did in between these three experiences I'm using as an example, all of those get deleted because they don't fit the story that you're telling yourself that you can't do presentations. And so it's highly likely that some, if not all, but definitely some of the limiting beliefs that you hold about yourself might not actually be true. Now, in NLP, we have something called meta-model questioning. And in the next video of this mini-part series, I'm going to be sharing with you a way that you can start to challenge some of these beliefs that you hold. The first thing you have to do is understand what limiting beliefs you have. There is a certain power to writing them out when they're in your mind and you're going over and over and over and over again. So just getting it written on a piece of paper just gets a little bit of distance between you and your limiting belief. So what I want you to do, maybe over the next couple of days, here's a task for you, is grab your phone and open up like a notes app. And every time over the next couple of days you think about a limiting belief about yourself, I want you to write it down. Get it on a piece of paper. The truth is that if I can help you to start to change the way you think, including some of the beliefs that you hold about yourself, then I can help you start to behave differently and act differently and therefore get different results in your life. But you have to know what they are before you can start challenging them. Here are some examples of limiting beliefs that you might have. I know many of these I used to hold about myself before I found NLP. So let's go through the list. I'm not good enough. I can't run a successful business. I'm lazy and I can't do anything. I'm not a good person. I'm scared to fail. I don't deserve success. I'm not worthy of someone else's love. Now, I could go on. There are hundreds, possibly thousands of limiting beliefs. But it doesn't matter what I sit here and say to you on this video. What matters is, what do you believe about yourself and how is that holding you back? The second thing I want you to do in this video is start to consider the cost to you of those limiting beliefs. So for a couple of days, let's capture some of your limiting beliefs, get them written down on your phone. Maybe pop some in the comments now if you know what some of yours are, or if some of the ones that I said earlier resonate with you. But what's the cost? What's the cost been to you in the past of you holding one or more of those limiting beliefs? Once you've written down those limiting beliefs, I want you to pick one. And when you consider that one limiting belief, I want you to really consider these questions, which I'm going to ask you. What is the cost to you of that limiting belief in the past? How has it held you back in the past? What has it stopped you from doing? How has it made life or your career or business difficult for you? What lies have you been telling yourself in order for you to believe that that was true? Interesting question, right? The second question I want you to consider is, what's it costing you right now? As you sit here watching this video with me, what's it costing you right now? How is that limiting belief justifying your behavior right now? How is it that you've used that as an excuse not to do things, avoid things? Like, what have you missed out and what are you missing out on right now because of that limiting belief? And the third question is, what could it be costing you in the future? Now, this is the killer one, right? Because if you imagine the future a week from now, a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, 10 years from now, if you still hold on to the limiting belief that you're currently considering for that whole time frame, like, what's it going to cost you in terms of joy? What's it going to cost you in terms of the constant questioning in your head? What's it going to cost you in terms of the time that you're going to waste second guessing yourself? What's it going to cost you in terms of how you feel? The truth is that you need to make a choice. Are you going to allow this limiting belief to keep just repeating itself over and over and over again? Or would you rather evolve it? Would you rather learn from it? Would you rather move forward? Because that's an interesting question. Because if the pain of staying where you are is great enough, then you'll be interested in watching both the second and the third video in this mini series. I want to leave you with one thought. Your limiting belief is probably a habit. I bet that you don't have huge amounts of evidence to back up that belief that you hold and what you keep telling yourself. I bet you it's a habit. So ponder over that thought and watch out for the second video in this 3-part limiting belief mini series. Because in the next video, I'm going to share with you how you can start to challenge those limiting beliefs. Thanks for joining me today, and do let me know in the comments below, what limiting beliefs have you got? Let me know. We always reply to all our comments and we love hearing from you, so do that. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're notified when we release our next video. And Watch out for the next part in this mini series.